Hi, I'm Paula Opiello.
Hi, I'm Angela Morrow.
Howdy, I'm Nick Levins.
Angelina Cortez.
Hi there, I'm Michael Dunbar-Rodman.
Today we're going to do a special In the Stacks for National Poetry Month, so we'll all be reading our favorite poem in the stacks.
I'll be reading Mary Oliver's poem, Wild Geese, from her collection, Dream Work. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert, repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese high in the clean blue air are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things.
I'm going to be reading two poems by Raynarielke from his selected works of poetry. Both of the poems are named Lament. Everything is far and long gone by. I think that the star glittering above me has been dead for 1,000,000 years. I think there were tears in the car I heard pass and something terrible was said. A clock has stopped striking in the house across the road. When did it start? I would like to step out of my heart and go walking beneath the enormous sky. I would like to pray. And surely, of all the stars that perished long ago, one still exists. I think that I know which one it is. Which one, at the end of its beam in the sky, stands like a white city. Whom will you cry to, heart? More and more lonely your path struggles on through incomprehensible mankind. All the more futile, perhaps, for keeping on its direction, keeping on towards the future, toward what has been lost. Once, you lamented? What was it? A fallen berry of jubilation, unripe? But now the whole tree of my jubilation is breaking. In the storm, it is breaking, my slow tree of joy. Loveliest in my invisible landscape, you that made me more known to the invisible angels.
I'm going to be reading from Post-Colonial Love Poem by Natalie Diaz. I will swing my lasso of headlights across your front porch. Let it drop like a rope of knotted light at your feet. While I put the car in park, you will tie and tighten the loop of light around your waist, and I will be there with the other end wrapped 3 times around my hips, horned with loneliness. Reel me in across the glow-throbbing sea of green thread, blue stem, prickly poppy, the white inflorescence of yucca bells, up the dust-lit stairs into your arms. If you say to me, "This is not your new house, but I am your new home," I will enter the door of your throat, hang my last lariat in the hallway, build my altar of best books on your bedside table, turn the lamp on and off, on and off, on and off. I will lie down in you, eat my meals at the red table of your heart. Each steaming bowl will be just right. I will eat it all up, break all your chairs to pieces. If I try running off into the deep purpling scrub brush, you will remind me, there is nowhere to go if you are already here, and pat your hand on your lap, lighted by the topazian lux of the moon through the window. Say, "Here, love, sit here." When I do, I will say, "And here I still am." Until then, where are you? What is your address? I'm hurting. I'm riding the night on a full tank of gas, and my headlights are reaching out for something.
Hi, I'm Freddy Hudson, and today I am reading Refrigerator 1957 by Thomas Lux. More like a vault. You pull the handle out, and on the shelves, not a lot. And what there is, a boiled potato in a bag, a chicken carcass under foil, looking dispirited, drained, mugged. This is not a place to go in hope or hunger. But just to the right of the middle door shelf, on fire, a lit from within red, heart red, sexual red, wet neon red, shining red in their liquid, exotic, aloof, slumming in such company, a jar of maraschino cherries, 3/4 full, fiery globes like strippers at a church social. Maraschino cherries, maraschino, the only foreign word I knew. Not once did I see these cherries employed, not in a drink, nor on top of a glob of ice cream, or just pop one in your mouth, not once. The same jar there through an entire childhood of dull dinners, bald meat, pot peas, and see above boiled potatoes. Maybe they came over from the old country, family heirlooms, or were status symbols bought with a piece of the first paycheck from a sweatshop, which beat the pig farm in Bohemia, handed down from my grandparents to my parents to be someday mine, then my child's. They were beautiful, and if I never ate one, it was because I knew it might be missed, or because I knew it would not be replaced, and because you do not eat that which rips your heart with joy.
So I'm reading Vaa Chmborska. She's a Polish poet. The book is View with a Grain of Sand, and the poem is titled Under One Small Star. My apologies to chance for calling it necessity. My apologies to necessity if I'm mistaken, after all. Please don't be angry, happiness, that I take you as my due. May my dead be patient with the way my memories fade. My apologies to time for all the world I overlook each second. My apologies to past loves for thinking that the latest is the first. Forgive me, distant wars, for bringing flowers home. Forgive me, open wounds, for pricking my finger. I apologize for the record of minuets to those who cry from the depths. And I apologize to those who wait in railway stations for being asleep today at 5 a.m. Pardon me, hounded hope, for laughing from time to time. Pardon me, deserts, that I don't rush to you bearing a spoonful of water. And you, falcon, unchanging year after year, always in the same cage. Your gaze always fixed on the same point in space. Forgive me, even if it turns out you were stuffed. My apologies to the felled tree for the table's 4 legs. My apologies to great questions for small answers. Truth, please don't pay me much attention. And dignity, please be magnanimous. Bear with me, O mystery of existence, as I pluck the occasional thread from your train, and soul, don't take offense that I've only got you now and then. My apologies to everything that I can't be everywhere at once. My apologies to everyone that I can't be with each woman and each man. I know I won't be justified as long as I live, since I myself stand in my own way. And don't bear me ill will speech, that I borrow weighty words, then labor heavily so that they may seem light.
So I'm doing the poem Ask the River from the book She Lives in Music by our San Antonio Poet Laureate, Andrea Vocab Sanderson. I spoke to the river. I had so much to say. I talked to the river. She answered me in waves. I once asked the river, "Do you recognize me?" My whole body a river, frame that flows and ripples deep within, coursing to currents of beauty. Liquid hearth, gurgling with inseparable droplets, and always inviting. My entire habitat encompassing, salted and fresh, full and rushing with life. Never dammed or receding, and certainly never stagnant. My movement, a fluid, feminine rhythm, trickling or hasty, through valleys and mountains I wind. I am no pond, yet at times I resemble an ocean. I once asked the water, "Do you recognize me?" I sat still, waited for an answer. All I saw was my reflection in the fluxes of waves. I spoke to the river. I had so much to say. I talked to the river. She answered me in waves. Here's a list of the National Poetry Month events happening at SAPL. You can find them in our events calendar on our website at mysapl.org. And for more information, you can contact us at 210-207-2500.